The table below shows the probability distribution of a discrete random variable. So it takes three values, 1, 2, and 3, and then the probabilities are 0.3 for value 1, 0.3 for value 2, and 0.4 for value 3. Construct an algorithm that will generate random samples from X. So this is a distribution called X, and what we want to do is create an algorithm that will sample from that distribution. Okay, that's the first question. That's a discrete random number generation, which is straightforward enough, but we'll talk through it when the time comes. The second question is the random variable z, or z, takes the values from x with probability 0.2 and values from an exponential distribution y with probability 0.8. The upper quartile of the distribution of y is 2.5. So essentially what we have to do is figure out the parameter values of y. Okay, so essentially what is the expected value of y? Essentially what we have to do is calculate lambda and the expected value of y, which is 1 over lambda. So extend the algorithm in part A to generate random samples from z. Okay, so now go back to the random number, the discrete random number generation algorithm. So what we have to do here is generate values u from a uniform distribution on 0 and 1. Okay, so we could have numbers like 0.0111, 0.874, and 0.976, and so on. So essentially what we want to do here is set out where the range of values are. Okay, so you look at these here, and this is the range of values. So this is 0.6 to 1. Okay, that range, that otherwise. Okay, now where are these coming from? So what we're talking about here is setting up a cumulative distribution function. Okay, so if it's greater than equal to, less than or equal to 1, it is 0.3. If x is less than or equal to 2, it is 0.6. Okay, 0.3 and 0.3. And if it's less than or equal to 3, the cumulative distribution function of that is 1. So it's the cumulative sum of those essentially. So that's where these numbers come from. So if the value u is in that first interval, that means we take the value x equal 1. If the value u is between 0.3 and 0.6, that means we take the value x equals 2. And if it's greater than 0.6, that means it's x equals to 3. All right, so the second part is what we have to do here is we have a probability distribution called y, and it's an exponential distribution with parameter lambda. Okay, and what we have to do is figure out what lambda is. Now what we're told is that 75% of the observations are less than or equal to 2.5. So essentially Q3 is 2.5, okay, the third quartile. Okay, so what we're going to do here is use the cumulative distribution function, which is 1 minus the exponential of minus lambda x. Okay, that's the cumulative distribution function. So here x is 2.5, and so we let that equal to 0.75. Okay, or just rearrange that algebraically, we can specify that as e to the minus 2.5 lambda equals 0.25. Okay, so lambda is determined as, I meant to write that as lambda, but there you go, lambda can be determined as lambda equal to the log of 0.25 divided by minus 2.5, and you should get up with, and it should result in an answer close to 0.5545. Okay, now we're actually specifically asked for the mean of y, so this tests our knowledge of the exponential distribution. So it's simply the expected value of y is 1 over lambda, which is 1 over 0.5545, and you should get an answer of close to 1.8033. Just as a remark, that is what we're actually asked for specifically in this question. Okay, you'd sort of feel the impulse to sort of stop when you get here because you have lambda and that's what you need, but no, this is what you actually need to answer part B. Now, so the extended algorithm to calculate z, where z either comes from x with probability distribution with a probability of 0.2 or y with a probability of 0.8. So essentially what we're going to do here is we're going to generate two random numbers. Now in the first instance, what we'll do here is generate a value v, okay, from the uniform distribution, okay? And this makes our decision if this particular random number that we're about to generate is generated from x or y, okay? So if it's less than or equal to 2, then we would generate a sample from x, which as we described in part A. And if otherwise, what we're going to do is go to step 3. So if this value v is greater than 2, like 0.2107, something like that, it doesn't matter. What we're going to do here is generate another random number here called u, okay, from the uniform distribution, okay. So then what we do is we set, let's just do this again, set 1 minus the exponent, unless I made that mess of that, 1 minus the exponent of lambda minus lambda x, let that equal to u. What we do there is rearrange that such that we have x equals the log of 1 minus u over minus lambda, and then just solve. Just use the value of lambda that we calculated there previously. Okay, just be mindful of the fact that that's a minus lambda, not a lambda. Okay, now just that really finishes this up. What you might do on occasion is you might see something like this: minus u over minus lambda. Okay, so you might sort of see this going down to this. Okay, and you're thinking, what happened here? Why did 1 minus u become u? And the reason is that u and 1 minus u have the same distribution, the same characteristics, okay? So for the point of view of random number generation algorithms, it is acceptable to replace u with 1 minus u and to replace 1 minus u with u. But just be clear about it and just sort of highlight it and flag it that, 1 minus u and u can be interchanged here if you're writing that in an algorithm. Okay, that would have been a sort of an acceptable answer here to put in log of u over minus lambda. Okay, but just highlight it as to why you have done that. Okay.